When humanity dies in silence, the world watches Gaza burn. How is it possible that if you go to Google or do any research in documents and all the problems start with Zionist Jews, they kill, they don't respect no one, and they are so inhumane about other people's pain? How is that possible that these kinds of people are truly achieving that all the world can hate them without any remorse? Every morning, we wake to headlines soaked in blood, another child dead, another home flattened, another mother screaming in the ruins of what once was life. The world has grown numb to these stories. But for the people living with them, the pain is unending. In Gaza, death is not breaking news, it's a routine. Thousands of civilians, many of them children, have been killed in military operations that claim to be about security and defense. But how do bombs falling on kindergartens, hospitals, and refugee camps ever qualify as security? What defense is this, when the ones buried under rubble never held a weapon in their lives? We are witnessing not a war, but a slaughter. A slow, systematic erasure of a people trapped behind walls and barbed wire, punished for existing in the wrong place, under the wrong flag, with the wrong identity. And yet, the world says nothing. Governments, especially those in the West, speak of Israel's right to defend itself, but never utter the words Palestine's right to exist. Entire populations are dehumanized so thoroughly that their deaths don't trigger outrage. Only excuses. They are framed as collateral damage, as unfortunate byproducts of a greater political chess game. But they are not collateral. They are children with names, dreams, and birthdays that will never be celebrated. They are families that wanted nothing but dignity and safety. The same things every human being deserves. This is not about religion. Not about race, not about ancient hatreds. It is about power, and what unchecked power does when the world looks away. It is about a military machine that acts without fear of consequence, backed by silence, propaganda, and billions in funding. And yes, some people celebrate this violence. Who cheers the death of Palestinians? Who sings for war and laughs over mass graves? But they do not represent all Israelis. They do not represent all Jews. Just like a terrorist does not represent all Muslims. Just like a dictator does not represent a nation. What they represent is the rot of nationalism, racism, and moral collapse. Still, silence is complicity. And we, the people of the world, cannot remain silent. This is not a time for neutrality. Not when the earth is soaked in the blood of the innocent. Not when journalists are killed for telling the truth. Not when entire families are being wiped off the map. We must speak loudly, clearly, fiercely. Call out the lies. Demand accountability. Denounce every government, every army, every leader who values land more than life, who builds walls higher than empathy. History will remember the bombs, but it will also remember who stayed silent.